No one can pull a white millionaire like a slim black woman with a bad wig.
Another husband who likes to spoil his wife is Sam Mallin.
I love spoiling a rent, and I do spoil a rent quite frequently, actually, in terms of fashion items that she wants, in terms of trips, in terms of jewelry, motor vehicles. I love to see her reaction when I present her with whatever it is that I'm spoiling her with.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is based on a topic that some people might get triggered about and get angry about, but I just decided that let's discuss it. So I saw a particular, I think, reel, on IG, on Instagram, and it was a particular person stitching another video, and that video, it was talking about how white men or rich white men like women, black women, that their wigs are looking very funny. So the wigs are not looking the conventional IG body and the rest body wigs, the wigs that you will see Beyonce, Ciara, who else? Well, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and the rest rock like the slate wig. That most of the time the wigs are funny, and she brought up our own case where she said our partner, our husband, likes one picture and our wig was looking very funny, and he does his screensaver and everything. Then later I came across this, like, maybe documentary in UK, I'm not sure, I've not watched it. I said let's watch it together, where they were showing a couple in their mansion. Yes, a mansion. So the wife is black, the husband is white, the guy is a millionaire, billionaire, he has money. So a lot of people are like, it's like the white men or white men that are millionaires or billionaires like black women that don't really bother about the wigs or conventional in the black community hair. So let's check out the documentary because I've not watched it, and then we'll come back with my thoughts and also come back with some reaction and comments from people on the whole theory of white men or white men that are millionaires like black women whose wigs are weird.
Another husband who likes to spoil his wife.
Wait a minute. The house was massive. Is that a castle? Okay, let's get back to it. Oh!
Is Sam Mallin.
I love spoiling a rent, and I do spoil a rent quite frequently, actually, in terms of fashion items that she wants, in terms of trips, in terms of jewelry, motor vehicles. I love to see her reaction when I present her with whatever.
The wig. Not that I'm an expert in wigs, like say, like I stick to synthetic for personal reasons. But okay, let's get back to it.
Whatever it is that I'm spoiling her with.
I'm like a kid with a toy shop. My eyes go so big.
Sam.
I only have 3 hours to get ready.
It's date night for the Mallins in Kent, and Irene is halfway through the beauty process.
Today I think he's taking me to one of his nice tiny restaurants somewhere. I really think it's important for me and Sam to have some time together because, you know, yes, we love the kids, but I always say the kids grow up and they leave the house.
A key element of keeping the flame alive with 5 children is the nannies.
The date kicks off with a chauffeur-driven car. But the next stop isn't the restaurant, it's a private airport.
Oh, darling, this is too much.
Then aperitifs over the English Channel.
Chin chin, darling.
Because Sam's favourite restaurant is in Paris.
Life is majorly fabulous.
With you in it, of course.
Queen Irene of English.
The cost of a private jet from the UK to Paris is £15,000. And to think they could have got there for less than 100 quid.
We could have gone EasyJet.
Darling, come on.
Okay, no, just kidding. Bad joke, bad joke. I don't want to spoil the moment. But not that long ago, when we got onto a plane, and for the first time in a while, it wasn't a private jet.
Sam and Irene live in Ingress Abbey in Kent with their 5 children.
Connie? Connie, sweetheart? Please bring some tea. Would you like some tea, darling?
Both Sam and Irene come from working class backgrounds.
I was born in Cameroon in a family of 9 children. Modest background, modest family, so things were quite expensive. Life was tough.
Sam met Irene over 25 years ago when he was working in Cameroon in the oil and gas industry. Since then, he's made millions.
It is? Yeah. Are you okay, sweeties? Yeah.
The house that we're sitting in now, by definition, makes us millionaires.
The family bought the property for 1.6 million. But they've spent double that amount renovating the 47-roomed abbey, so it's fit for a queen.
Drop more tea, darling.
Oh, yes, please, darling. I normally like mine just as the Queen likes it. When I was growing up, the Queen of England was always what we used to look up to. And I call myself the Queen of Ingress.
And obviously, every queen needs a garden party.
Wow. Okay. She's originally from Cameroon. I got that accent that she was African when she was talking the first time. Then the house is worth 1.6 million. They bought it at 1.6 million pounds, and then they used times 2 to renovate it. The house has 45 rooms. Nice. And they have 5 children, and he met her in Cameroon. I think he said over 25 years ago or something. Wow. And he said he made a bad joke with the EasyJet trip. Man. Now let's talk about the wig. The wig is like my own wig. It's really synthetic. What it looks like is synthetic. And it doesn't look like, I don't know. But the thing is, when you look at a dress, the pearls probably is what's more than I can afford. Probably up to, wait, did they say they spent £15,000 for a private jet or private airplane? That's the amount an international student will pay for a master's program in the UK. Hell, for one trip. Okay, now I see why people are talking about the whole issue. Let's check out people's reaction, then I will come back to give my commentary on why I think they actually favor black women that look like her or dress like her. I think I have a theory, but I don't know, but I'm going to say it after we check out people's reaction to the whole issue.
No one can pull a white millionaire like a slim black woman with a bad wig.
True.
Or white guys with black girls.
So this creator is wondering why he's seeing more white men with black women in recent years. As a black woman who's also done a lot of research, I can provide you with a few reasons. Now let me make a disclaimer. I love my black men. I ride with y'all. You know, power to the people. But let me just say this. Not every black man is created equally. Some of y'all appreciate black women. A lot of y'all don't. Some of y'all grew up with trauma. Some of y'all want to work on it. A lot of y'all don't. Some of y'all are ambitious. Many of y'all are not. And while the majority of black men do marry black women, black men date outside of the race more than all the other races combined. Whereas black women try to hold y'all down and try and desire to be with a black man. Now, where do the white men come in? Well, did you know that white men and black women, when married, stay together significantly longer than the reversed, which is the black man with the white woman? Why? When a black woman dates a white man, a lot of the reasons are going to be his character, who he is as a person. It's rooted in an actual connection that goes beyond the surface. Whereas when a black man, a lot of the time, dates white women and wants to date women outside of the black race, it is due to usually a sense of lack, a sense of self-hate. I've also heard that a lot of black women who are in corporate America are surrounded by white men, and in terms of dating, because they're in proximity, do end up with a white man. I've also heard many accounts of white men saying they like black women for their directness, their bluntness, their power. Whereas unfortunately, a lot of black men do not love these things. Love is love, y'all, and do what makes you happy. For my black women out there, don't discriminate, because the black men are not discriminating.
You can tell if a black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks.
Auntie onto something. And let me add my own little two-piece to what Auntie's saying. When white men marry black women, you see the combinations not as frequently as you see the white woman black man combination, but when you see the white man black woman combination, the white man be marrying like the blackest black woman they can find. It's like she got 4C hair, dark skin, like sister, you know, undisputably black. And white men love natural hair. I married a white man. And he met me when I had locks for the second time. And I've combed out my locks since then. And I got in a fade. I've been bald headed. I'm growing my hair out. My husband is the biggest encourager of me wearing my hair natural. He's like, babe, please wear it out. Please, like, leave the braids alone. Leave the weave alone. Wear your hair out. And I'm like, why do white people like black hair so much? And look, the hair care products behind me. He also has curly hair himself. And he uses, like, Shea Moisture. And he likes to use my products, too. He likes to test them out. So my theory is you can tell when a black woman is with a white guy if she got that like fake weave, shiny weave that don't know what she doing. But also, sometimes you can't. I am a black woman married to a white man. You wouldn't know unless he was standing next to me.
So I have a theory about why black women with bad wigs get these rich white men, you know, like this stereotype or whatever. Is it a stereotype? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? This like thing, it's a thing, right? And here is my thought. Whoa. My thought is that I was having a conversation with my boyfriend and he was basically saying that men prefer natural hair as opposed to weave. He's like, general consensus, most men prefer natural hair as opposed to weave. Now, of course, we're going back and forth with this. What's truly the tea, all of the, you know, colorism, stereotypes, that go into play with that. However, I think in the same way that when you have on mascara, blush, concealer, fucking primer, SPF, eyebrow gel, etc., and just not like a full graphic liner, then men are like, oh my god, she's so natural. I love girls that don't wear makeup when she's fully wearing makeup. It's just quote unquote natural makeup. I think that this is what's happening with the bad wigs, is that something about a laid wig is giving, it's almost giving like AI perfection. You know what I'm saying? It's giving unnatural in their pea brain. You know what I'm saying? And so when they see a wig that has furry edges, you know what I'm saying? It's not laid. Maybe it is nappy in the back. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my God, that's her hair. You know what I'm saying? It's fooling the mind into believing that that's more natural because it is not perfect or good. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that they're like, oh my God, that girl over there, she's so natural. Meanwhile, she has no edge to grow. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what it is. I think that we figured it out. They're so dumb.
Okay, here's my little 2 cents that nobody asked for. I made a PowerPoint about 4 categories of black women that date white men. Okay, so you guys are real close and personal, so let's go into it. This is the first category. I call this the mixed or suburban black women. This is usually black women that, mixed or grew up around white people. So usually she's very used to dating white men. And the bad wig and the braids, the tuck would fall under this category. So here's another category of black women. I call this the Afro black women. Usually not all these women are African, but they have very Afro features. Like they could come in any size, like very African looking black women. The hairstyle is usually, short, kinky. She looks very Afro. You feel me? Here's a good picture. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see pictures that I found. Here are like pictures of couples. Y'all can see how like the features are very distinct. Okay, so this is another category. I call this the pink, skinty black woman. Usually this is like black women that are very skinty, very pretty, very pink. Usually date like football players, they're really rich, white men. They also look extremely pretty. Here are other pictures that I found, y'all. These women are usually like, the very skinny side of black women. I realized my iPad was a little too dark. Here's another category. I call this the country or the blackity black women. This is in 2 like categories. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So if you guys want either a part 2 or white men that date black women PowerPoint, let me know. About.
You can always tell when a black woman loves white guys by how untamed her hair is. Okay, that comment is giving accurate.
So I pretty much mastered the type of white men who usually tend to like black women and usually come on this app and talk about their preferences with only black women. And sometimes it's done in like a really fetishizing way, but that's besides the point. I've come up with 2 categories. First category is going to be the buzz cut buster. He's going to say that he grew up in the hood. He hates white people. His whole personality trait is probably going to be how he doesn't affiliate with other white people. He needs himself a chocolate queen as soon as possible. Second category is going to be like your suburban white kid who claims to be cultural. He's going to say he doesn't have a type. He's going to say he likes things flavored. He likes girls with a little attitude, a little sass, and he will be very clear about the sass part. You might hear the phrases, my parents voted for Obama. I don't see color. I don't usually like black girls, but you're hot.
You can pull a white millionaire like a slim black woman with a bad wig.
This is so funny to me because it's so true. It's so true. There's 2 Instagram influencers or aunties, okay? They both come from like Cameroon. Big up the Cameroonian people. Both of these women are fabulous. Both of them are married to rich, white Frenchmen. But when I tell you, both of them's wigs is sitting anyhow. Let me show you. Their wigs literally be like this. Just anyhow. I'm just like, there's no way your husband has that much money and you can't fix your wig, sis. What's going on? This is so funny.
No one can pull a white millionaire like a slim black woman with a bad wig.
On behalf of the black community, I chose to ask a very powerful white Jewish gentleman, very wealthy as well. And I wanted to get some answers on our behalf. And I did. Please do not shoot the messenger. I am just the messenger. And I'm going to try to explain this in the most politically correct way I can, because even he was scared to answer the question. But he did. Because his last two girlfriends looked exactly like each other. And then I went and researched them. I looked into those girls, and they all have what I call the Candace Owens effect. Typical black girl with the bad hair, because the key here is the bad hair. But they also spoke a certain way. They act a certain way. They are classy and elegant, if that's what you would like to call it, because I know the black community hates that. But, they are, right? Pretty much, they kind of looked like me, and they acted like me a little bit. And it took him an hour to understand what bad hair is in the black community. I had to show pictures of my horrible crochet, other black girls when they have bad hair, when we have bad braids. I had to show so many examples of bad hair. And then I went on Google and I researched girls, beautiful black girls with BBL, the big boobs, the big butts, the perfect hair, the good hair girls, and the lashes and the long nails. And I'm showing him both, and he just could not get it. He goes, so your hair is natural and theirs isn't. And I was like, no, that's not what it is. I do weaves as well, but my weaves are just bad. My makeup are bad. Like, I have bad hair. I'm a bad hair black girl. Anyway, after a whole hour of showing him bad hair after bad hair and all the bad comments I've received over a few years about my hair being so terrible, and showing him his last two girlfriends, and also like pretty much every black girl on TikTok I can find that has bad hair. And then I showed him all the beautiful black girls I can find on Google with like brown, light-skinned girls with like perfect weave and perfect lashes and the long nails, and just like, the other aesthetics. So like, we have our aesthetic and they have their aesthetic, just like perfect hair, good hair. And he's like, oh, I think I get it. So it's not, you don't have bad hair, you just don't care about your hair. I mean, I took a little offense because I do care. I'm just not a good hair kind of girl. It's just like, I would never spend a lot of money on my hair. I mean, even though I change it every 2 weeks, I'm just not going to spend $300 on a weave. It's just not going to happen. I would rather invest that into stocks. And so, and then I was like, well, why won't you like date girls like that? Like, they're like, their bodies are perfect and their hair is like perfect and their lashes are perfect. And he's like, honestly, like, those girls look terrifying. And I said, why? He's like, they just look like a bitch. And I said, what? Because I am like the head bitch that I know. And he's like, yeah, but like, it's a look, it's a perception. Like, they just look so like I won't be able to touch their hair when I want to have fun. Like, they just look like I won't be able to like have fun. And I was like, what? That doesn't make sense, because what he likes about me is I'm a bitch. That's what he likes about me. At any rate, he finally got to the point, and the point which I have told you guys this before, and so again, don't shoot the messenger. He said, I won't be able to be seen in public with girls like that, especially in my workplace. If I want to take them to like a work event or go out to eat, I will feel a little embarrassed. I said, what? Why? He's like, because I have a quiet career. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I do still want a girl who's beautiful, but I don't want all that, like, that's just too much attention. And he's like, it boils down to, like, I like classy girls. What can I say? Like, I want your hair to be natural, even though it's not, right? And I like that you don't wear long nails, and I like that you keep your makeup natural and classy. And I want people to, like, be in public with girls like that. With that said, I guess I say all that to say, just be yourself, because every man perceives beauty differently. Beauty is truly in the eyes of the beholder, because black men will look at my hair and go, oh, heck no. Like, I don't think there's a black man on earth who finds me attractive in any shape or form. But powerful, white, wealthy men thinks I am beautiful because it fits into their aesthetic of what their life needs, what kind of girl they need in their life, in their job. And so I say this all the time, perception is everything. It is. It's unfortunate, but it is. No matter how liberated women are, conservative dressing with conservative hairstyle, nails, all of that will pull a certain kind of man, usually a conservative man. That's that.
I think she's from Senegal. Come on. Okay. So that was quite interesting. Now, the last girl that was doing her face, that's in a skincare routine, said some of the things that I actually had thought about concerning this old black woman, rich white men dynamics. And before she said, he said, I will not be able to go out with those Instagram baddies, the girls that are looking on point on every part of their body, from the hair to their feet and their dressing. I had actually thought about it, that most of the white men that are really rich, their circle is kind of conservative, so they don't like, it's not really loud. Yeah, they might like good things. They're the ones that will fly Beyonce and the rest for like a private event. They're the ones that will go to Dubai and stay in a 7-star hotel and the rest. But there is a particular kind of way that you see their spouses, all of them look like. Their outfits will scream rich, but it's not loud. It's rich, like it's rich, but it's not loud, if you get what I'm saying. So if they're going to get a black girl, if they're going to date a black girl, they're not going to date someone that will be doing, you know what I'm saying, no shade, but they're more likely not going to go for those kind of people. What they will go for are those that are well read, well educated, no shade. They will go for people that look like they put themselves together, but not too much. So you find out that the makeup will not be the 10 layers or this thing. Like, look at that woman that we're watching the documentary. Face. The only thing that was really like popping out to me was her lipstick. And old school British people, old school people used to like really like red lips. Yeah, even the late Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, I think she really liked like red lipstick. But the nails, everything is supposed to be short. All that long things, it's not something that they would like. It's not something that is looked like is classy in their circle. So you can paint your nails, but they would prefer like short nails. They feel like short nails are classy. So the long nails are not something that they look at as nice. So they are not attracted to those kind of people. So they'll be attracted to the females that are dressing in a way that black men and even black women be like, what are you doing? What are you wearing? Why are you like this? You're not putting 10 layers of concealer. You're not doing your eye. You're not doing lashes that are long. Your lips is be like, you're not dressing well. Your hair is not laid. You're not wearing the glue wigs. You're not doing all the rest and the rest. So that is for the black community, that looks like you're put together, but for them they're like, you're doing too much, honestly. But for the clothes, the shoes, the trips, the vacations, the caviar and the champagne, that's where they spend their money on. And like he said he won't be able to take this kind of people to his workplace, to his work environment, because even though they make the money, they don't want to be loud. So I guess that's what happens for the white men that are millionaires. That's what attracts them to the kind of women that we say, oh, they're wearing bad wigs. But it is what it is. I understand what they're saying. And you find out that the women that are in the corporate world, like one creator said, the women that are in the corporate world most times end up with the white men that are millionaires, because that's basically a lot of them that you're going to see. The black men that are are rich or in the corporate world, most of the time would not end up with the black women that are in the corporate world. That's the thing. You find them most times, I might be wrong, going towards other races. It is what it is. It's just, I don't know, but it is what it is. So now for just white men that are not millionaires, most of the time they think like the millionaires, the white guys that are millionaires. But another thing with the ones that are not like millionaires, who don't have like a conservative outlook or conservative way of life, the white men that would go towards or are attracted to like the black men, they like them for some of their sass. It's true. They like them for their sass, they like them for their energy, they like them for their hair. I've seen so many, and so many. And I've seen a lot of African women end up with white men, Asian men, and if you look at them, you'll be like, what happened? How? They are not the ones that we think, oh, they are supposed to be super looking, fly, looking this, talking in a particular way. Most of the time they talk with their accent. They don't have to form, they don't have to do anything. They do everything the way they are. They are themselves, and the men love it. So basically those ones, like I said, I think it's just the authenticity of the black women that they like, which sometimes black men might say you're doing too much. Now another creator mentioned fact, but I don't have the data to support it, but I quite agree with her. She said something about the percentage of marriages that last long between black women and white men is higher than the percentage of marriages that last long between black men and white women. And I quite agree, like I said, with that statement, even though I don't have the data, official data, but from what I've observed, I think she's right in that case. Because black women, especially, I'm going to use African women, if they find someone that takes them as they are and provides everything that they need, they have no problem in being like a traditional woman. Most of the time they have no problem being that. They have no problem being submissive, because it is kind of ingrained in an African woman to do that. But then because of some certain things, women are like being liberated and saying no, it's not everything that they're going to take. But most times, if they see that kind of situation, where that kind of relationship, they have no problem staying in that marriage. They're staying in that marriage. They're not going anywhere. They're giving birth to kids. They're not going anywhere. They are going to be there, especially if the person is supporting them in things that they want to do. He's appreciating their beauty without extra. He's appreciative of their hair. He's motivating them. He's encouraging them. They are staying there. Like heck, African women will stay in an abusive marriage. It's not one that is loving and providing everything. They will hold, in fact, they will hold the person. So that's why I feel like the marriages of black women and white men last longer than the vice versa. So this is just my opinion, and for me, I don't know. Like I said, I'll be the last person to be saying, oh, don't do interracial marriages, don't do interracial relationship. I am not that one, and there's so many reasons why I cannot be that one. So my personal opinion is, do what you want, boo. It's your life. You live this life once. So anything that makes you happy, please do. Any which way, I just feel like the whole bad wig and everything, yeah, it's more about the perception of the things that they feel like that person would be. so that's why it kind of attracted to such aesthetic. So that is my own opinion. I don't know what you guys think about the whole issue, the whole theory. I don't know if you think what I said, my explanation makes sense. I don't know if you think some of what the creators that were featured said makes sense, or you think it is a whole lot of nonsense. But I would love to hear your thoughts. So please leave your comments in the comment section. Let's get the discussion popping. Please be respectable. I know that this whole dynamic of interracial relationship used to cause a lot of friction, but please try to be respectable. So please leave your comments in the comment section and be respectable. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by